Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Hump Day! It's funny, like literally as I'm turning this on, oh gosh, the new puppy is playing with the other puppy. It's beautiful around here. It's beautiful. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, 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 my friends. Happy Hump Day, Michelle. Good morning. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. It's going to be kind of a rainy, cloudy day out there, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm open to anything. Lisa, good morning. This is the new little addition to the family. She's the new little addition. She's a mama's baby so far, but she's finding her little groove. Good morning, my friends. I love it. Monica, good morning. Happy Hump Day. Robin, good morning. I love it. I love it. Happy Hump Day. You look great. Well, thank you. You know, I love it when you can do your hair the day before and then it still kind of keeps its whatever for a day or two, because that makes my life easy. Welcome, Sophie. Thanks, Robin. Carrie, good morning. Who is this up here? Michelle, happy Hump Day. Love your tan. Thank you. Karen, good morning. Good day for soup. It's a perfect day for soup. Kara, good morning. Amy, happy birthday. Good morning. Do you do the 29 again? Do you jokingly do the 29 again? Stacy, good morning. Kim, good morning. I love it, love it, love it, my friends. Happy Hump Day. You know, when we were in Punta Cana, the time it did go really fast, and it just makes me realize how fast these weeks go here at home, like even faster. It's so crazy. And I know I talk about this a lot. Sometimes I feel like a broken record. It is so crazy to me to think that a year has gone by. You know, you say that all the time, you know, I can't believe another year has gone by. But because we had such craziness last March, it just puts like that massive time stamp on it. And I'm dumbfounded at how fast time goes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Corey, good morning. Jill said happy birthday, Amy. Tammy, hello. Katie, good morning. Amy, 39 today. Big day, big day. I love it. Every year is big for me. I love that. I'm like Chuck. We have another birthday celebration tomorrow. We're having my children over and celebrating him next weekend. So our birthdays, like, we celebrate the whole month of March. Why not, right? If there is anything to celebrate your birthday. People say, it's just another day. And I love you for that. But my gosh, you're here with us. You're here with us for how many years just celebrate yourself. I love it. Happy midweek day. I love it, Lori. All right. So today, I read something on vacation and I didn't really know that this is where it came from. And I thought I just wanted to share the story, and it brought me back to when I would work, whether it was at the physical location of BBF or before that when I worked at other jobs. It just brought me back to some situations where I didn't feel strong enough to say things to people, and I let other people's gossip, drama, negativity, I let it pull me down. Now I wouldn't do that. Now I am a stronger person, and I would say things, but this past year has taught me how I would say things. Carrie, good morning. So first I want to read you a story, and then we can chit chat about the story a little bit. So I didn't know that this is where this came from. And once I start telling you about it, maybe you knew, maybe you didn't. A couple thousand years ago in ancient Greece, the great philosopher Socrates was strolling around a town square when a neighbor walked up to him and said, "You're never in a million years going to believe what I just heard about our friend." And Socrates said, "Wait, before you continue with your story, your words must pass the triple filter test. And I am going to live by this." And the friend said, "What?" And Socrates said, "The triple filter test." The neighbor stared at him with a blank expression, and he said, "The first filter is truth. Are you absolutely sure the story you are about to tell me is true?" And his friend said, "Well, no, I literally just heard it from someone else." And Socrates said, "Then let's move on to the second filter. Is what you are about to share good in any way, shape, or form? And his friend said, well, no, the story is actually, and before he could finish, Socrates said, so it may not be true, and it's definitely not good. And his friend said, that's right. Socrates said then, well, you may be able to still save yourself. Is anything about the story you want to share useful? The neighbor looked at him again and said, no, I suppose it's not. And so Socrates says, so you want to tell me something that may not be true, is not good, and is not useful. The friend looked down and said, and nodded. And Socrates said, you have no good reason to tell me this story, and you have no good reason to believe it yourself. Socrates said as his friend walked away. So in many ways, not too much has changed since ancient Greece. I didn't know that I've heard that before, but I didn't know it came from way back then. When it comes to stories that we tell ourselves, that we tell each other, we invest so much valuable time and energy into drama. You might not even think it's drama. Chuck and I don't watch the news. We don't watch the news. We don't know what's going on in the world. Somebody, when we went for our birthday dinner last night, somebody mentioned that there was stuff going on in Miami or whatever. And I thought it was great, that we had this conversation with this person, but it made me realize I just don't need that kind of, especially the news. Anything that you want to specifically know, you can find out. It's funny, would the news pass the triple filter test? Is it true? Is it good? Is it useful? If it's not, don't let it infiltrate this right here, this mind.
Propaganda, man.
And now I'm going to work. How many of you, and I've heard this for so many years, you feel like you are stuck in such a negative environment because of who you work with or who you work for. If and when I get in this position again, if anybody ever says to you, did you hear? Immediately you should have that trigger go off in your head. Is what you were about to tell me true? Truth. Because it's so easy to pass on gossip. It's so easy to look at something on Facebook and think you have the truth. Assume you have the truth. Assume that when somebody else posts a review for somebody else, that it's true, that it's good, that it's useful. Before Chuck and I went on vacation, I joined a Facebook group for the place we were going. And my goodness, the drama. If somebody didn't have something exactly the way they wanted it, if a meal wasn't exactly the way they wanted it, a drink, a server, their room, the things that would come out of people's mouths, the things that people would type, always have your triple filter on. From this day forward, you have no reason not to have it on. Maybe you need to make sure that what you're speaking out, maybe not what you're taking in, but what you're speaking out goes through those filters before you let it out. I know that it's so hard. You get together with the girlfriends and everybody wants to chat about life. It's so easy to fall down that hole of gossip, of drama. One of my girlfriends, it's so funny, whenever something like that comes up, her response to it is, it's not my story. If somebody starts talking about somebody else, good or bad, she says, I don't know. It's not my story. And I love that. I love that. I have to do more of that in my life. Lisa, yes. Lori, OMG, you have been peeking in my spirit again because, you need this gentle reminder. Let me read a little bit more here. In a universe where there are abundant opportunities to discover what's true, what's good, and what's useful, when we do the opposite, we know it. When something comes out of your mouth that's not true, that's not good, that's not useful, every single person on here, I know you're working on your mindset. So you know that it probably isn't weighing good on your heart that's happened. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Yes, absolutely. On really hard days when drama, we like to go to Facebook to escape. We like to go to TikTok to escape. We like to go to Instagram to escape. These have become instant distractions in our life, but they are filled with gossip and drama. You have to be able to realize that. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it's just another version of the news. You have to decide, is what's coming in here, if what you're reading, is what you're taking in, is it true? Is it good? Is it useful? Because if you leave too much of the other stuff get in, that is going to start to seep out of your pores. You can't let negativity in. You can't let drama in. You can't let non-useful things in, because then it has to have an escape. It has to come out. And how is it going to come out? You're going to talk what came in. You're going to talk what came in. And I know sometimes we're so afraid to stand up. We're so afraid to stand up to, it could be our very best friend. It could be a family member. And we're so afraid to say, is what you're about to tell me good? Now, I have used that actually in the past. I used to say, is what you're about to tell me good? Because if not, I've said this, I am not in a mental place to handle it right now. It's okay to say that. It's okay to be there. And it's okay to say that forever. I am never in a mentally good enough place to hear your drama. Now, if you are struggling and you need help, I am here for you. I am here for you. I'm not here for you to tell me about your friend so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so down the line that maybe might be getting a divorce from her husband, or maybe might be doing this, or maybe might be doing that, or maybe isn't doing this, or isn't. I don't have time for that. I can't help the person that's down there, down there, down there. But I can help you if you truly need help. That's who I can help. That's who you can help. That's who you can help. When your kids come to you, when whoever comes to you and they need help, you can be that person. But you can't help your friends, coworkers, husbands, sisters, aunt. You don't need that up here. You don't need that for here. Save your drama for your llama. That's right, Heather. Oh, how I've missed your talks. Well, I'm so happy to be back and jumping into this new book. And it's so eye-opening. Some things I've read 100 times before, but sometimes they hit you just differently. Today, this one hit differently. Don't fall into the trap of breaking yourself down like that for any reason. Take Socrates' advice. Simply focus on what is true, good, and useful. It worked well for him a couple thousand years ago, and I assure you it can work well for you today, my friends. So if you are stuck in that cycle, if you are stuck in that circle, if you're somewhere where you don't want to be, you're the only one who can get yourself out of it. And you can be very gentle and kind and loving in doing so. So my friends, if that's you today and you find yourself there, put on the armor, go in and be able to remove yourself. You might get shaky. You might get the heartbeats. You might get even a couple tears, because sometimes that's how it comes out. But it's okay. It's time to remove yourself from that situation, and today is your day. All right, my friends, that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'm going to be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. Coach Chuck is going live at noon. You don't want to miss it. He has been on fire. He's on fire. So jump in at noon. If you can't be live, make sure you go back and watch on demand. We love you all. This Saturday, we go live with our workout at 7:30 a.m. and Coach Jackie is going to be back with us, my friends. We've celebrated all the birthdays. Now we're coming together to be with you guys again on Saturday. Heather, thank you so much. I needed this. I needed it too, my friend. All right. I love you all. Go out and have a fantastic day.